and welcome to Ellen Ruth Soap. I'm Ellen, and today I've got peaches on my mind. And the reason why is I have this fragrance from Wholesale Supplies Plus called Peach Jubilee. Isn't that a fun name? And it says that it doesn't cause any acceleration or separation or ricing. It does discolor to a light tan, and we will work with that. So it made me think of peaches, and I have these little heart molds, and these are actually going to be my peaches. So I'm going to pour some, I'll make an extra big batter on another batch of soap, take some leftover batter, color it with, this will represent my peach. I'm going to use my Sunburst Sparkle Mica from Rustic Essentials. I tried some of their micas, beautiful. So a little bit of that and a little bit of tangerine mica will be my peach in these little heart molds, and then we'll unmold those, and I want to put them sort of half submerged on top of my soap loaf. So for the color, I will use the orange and the yellow again, along with a little red vibrance from Nurture Soap, because you know how sometimes peaches have that little red bit around the pit and around the inside. It just looks so pretty, and I thought it would kick those colors up. So we will do some colors on the inside, put our little peaches on top, and then I was going to pipe some little leaves coming out of the top of my faux heart peaches. And for that, I'm going to use Harlequin Shimmer from Rustic Essentials. They had a big sale going on, and I grabbed a bunch of stuff from them along with some micas, and I'm very excited to try these. So that's sort of what's in my mind. I'll do a goat milk soap with the milk in oil method like I do. But the first thing I have to do is make another batch of soap, a little extra big, and get these little heart faux peaches poured. So let me get my other batch of soap made, and then we will come back when it's time to make our Peach Jubilee goat milk soap. All right, it's soap additives time, but first let me tell you about the design I came up with and show you my little peaches, which are hearts, but these are going to be peaches. I kind of took a knife and scraped down the bottom so they don't have a sharp point, but I love the colors on these. So those are the embeds that are going to go on top, and I'm going to do layers today. So after I get all my additives added in here and the fragrance is already in here, I'm going to split this batch up of this batch of oils into 4 equal portions, and I'm going to take my lye solution and split it into 4 equal portions, and I will mix each layer at a time. That's how I like to do it. Especially because I haven't worked with this fragrance before. It has great reviews, but I don't like it when I'm trying to pour layers and it starts thickening, and it's very stressful for me. So I'm going to break this up into 4 bits, and that's how I tackle it. So let's get to the additives here. I've got our beautiful creamy goat's milk is going in, and just to top off the wonderful milky goodness, I'm going to add some heavy cream powder. Because why not, right? So good. All right, 2 tablespoons of cream powder going in, and then my regular additives here, my colloidal oats and my kaolin clay, 2 tablespoons each. And we'll get this all blended up, get this split apart, and we will come back when it's time to layer. Almost ready to mix our first layer, and I wanted to show you how I'm going to incorporate my red vibrance. Is I am going to do a mica line with it in between the green and the peach color layers. That's how I'm going to work it into the layers I'm doing today. So for our first layer, we're going to do our orange and yellow colors, and then we'll do green and then orange and yellow again, and that's how I'm going to proceed. So let's get to it. All right, it's the next day and ta-da, check that out. Look at the difference, what a little bit of activated charcoal in the color does. I love it. When it was all wet, they were looking very similar, and I really wanted those leaves to be a different color, and I'm so happy. Cannot wait to get in here and see what those lines and the layers look like. When I did the little mica sprinkles, it splashed up on the sides, so the side bars will be a little messy, and I'll show you how I clean those up, but I think that's really fun. So let's get in here and see how those layers came out. So you can see how beautiful the lines look on this side, but here's where the mica whooshed up the sides, and so let me show you how I clean it. You can, if you prefer, use a soap planer and just shave off. That's a very great way, a simple way to clean these, but I don't like to waste the soap, so I have a clean, damp cloth, and I don't get it down completely, but I make it look prettier, you know what I'm saying? And it just sort of wipes off. And that way I'm not wasting the soap, and aesthetically it looks a little prettier. So I'm just going to keep kind of wiping this down, and I will let it air dry a little bit before we get on to cutting. So I haven't quite figured out how to do mica lines without getting it all up on the sides. So until I figure that out, I'm going to be stuck cleaning my bars, but I think it's worth it. So I'm going to just get these cleaned up, and we'll be back in a bit. All right, it's time to cut into these loaves, and there it is cleaned up. It's still a little smudgy. There's the cut side, but it looks much better, and I'm happy with that. So let's get in here. And I just want to start off by saying I actually don't know what peach jubilee is. So funny. I've had peach crisp, I've had peach pie. I don't know what a peach jubilee is, but this fragrance, peach jubilee, is really nice, and it was very easy to work with. It was all good. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Yay, look how cute. Oh, and my little heart peaches are kind of cute, but I think that's so fun. And you can see the lines, and the sides look fine once you cut the bars. Oh, I'm happy with these. Kind of looks like, I don't know, a little hairdo, doesn't it? So fun. Oh my goodness. So, all right, back to my confusion. Do you all know what peach jubilee is? I'm sure it's a dessert. Okay, I've got that much in my head. But yeah, like I've had, you know, several different peach desserts, but never that one. But this fragrance is very nice. It's very gentle. It's not like super sweet. It's very subtle peachy, and I'm loving it. And these lines are making me so happy. The batter was a little bit fluid when I went in to make my grooves, but it made just enough. I didn't want straight lines. I wanted to be kind of wiggly, and I don't know. To me, that just kind of went along with the theme. But I'm so happy with how my little peaches with their hairdo came out. And let's just look at the color difference again. Isn't that beautiful? I added, gosh, just a teeny, maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon max of activated charcoal to knock that green down. This was from the same color batch. I poured off that green, added a little charcoal, and got that beautiful green, and I love it. I'm so happy with that. All right, these are kind of making my day. So if y'all know what peach jubilee is, please enlighten me, because I don't know. And tell me what you like about peaches. Do you like to just eat them raw? Do you can them? Do you make pie with them? What do you do with peaches? Okay, let's get into our next loaf here. Oh, and here's a funny thing about peaches. Growing up, we used to get, my mom would get canned cling peaches. And I never knew what, cling peach was as opposed to freestone until I got peaches to can as an adult. And some of y'all already know where I'm going with this. Cling peaches hang on to that pit like their life depends on it. And freestone peaches are kind of easy. It's almost like an avocado. When you cut them open, you can pop that pit out. At least that's what I discovered. I don't know if I've got it wrong, let me know. But yeah. I've had some peaches that we've tried to slice up and can, and they have just muscled through to get those pits out, and I feel like I tear off some of the good peach parts with it. Not fun. And then the freestone peaches, they just pop right out. So I hope I have that right. If I don't, please tell me. But in my opinion, that's the difference between a cling peach and a freestone peach. Anyway, they're all good, right? Peaches. Who doesn't like them? I don't know. They're kind of a southern staple, I think. So, as always, I am going to keep cutting these and let the surface area dry for a few hours before we come back in to bevel and stamp. And I really appreciate you taking the time to be with me today. I hope that you have a wonderful day and enjoy some peaches. At least this kind, right?